following the fumble recovery. Tannehill. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And now it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Zebra.
So after the INT, it's Manning. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Zebra.
On first down, Manning looking for Shepard deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Hey, go 56, 27 to Sam, 27 to Sam. Hey, go 56, 27 to Sam, 27 to Sam.
On play action, it's Manning. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Let's go.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York, in for the score. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Tannehill on first down. Going up top. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
There goes 56, 27 to Sam, 27 to Sam.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Let's go. Zebra.
Now Manning throwing on second down. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
There goes 56, 27 to Sam, 27 to Sam.
From the gun on third down, Manning. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defense will give him.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down is Manning. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Zebra, 27 to Sam. Zebra.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he finds Danny Amendola. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. Tannehill on third down. Able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards at a first down.
Let's go. Let's go, get set.
On first down, it's Tannehill. He dumps it off to Dre. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On first and 10, Tannehill. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Third and long, it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Deep. Tiger.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's now thrown 4 interceptions, and I hate to mention this, but he's a guy that has twice thrown 5 in his career in a single game.
Hard to believe, isn't it? And the tough part is, playing in this NFL, you don't normally just back off totally from throwing the football, do you? So potential exists for that 5th one to occur.
Now Manning, a free play here. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 44. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Hey, go 56, 27 to Sam.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Hey, go 27 to Sam. 27 to Sam.
In his own end zone, it's Manning. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 99 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And out come the Dolphins now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Tiger. Check.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Tiger. Play. Go. Motion. 52's the mic. Go.
2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Zebra. Tiger. Go. Tiger. Motion.
from the 50, it's Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Parker that time, and it's second down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it second and 10.
Play. Go. Deep. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Wake in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
27 to Sam.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go. Zebra.
Manning going to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Manning again here on second and 10. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Manning now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
Gun. Here we go. What's the motion? Zebra. I'm coming after you.
Manning now on first down. That is caught at the 7th. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. fantasy owners
Yeah.
who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Play.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long.
Tight end right. Hey, 20. 28! There you go, Tiger. There you go, Tiger. Quit talking about it and bring it. Go. Take it. I 52.
One last throw here for Tannehill. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion.